Welcome, guys. So, while I was well going through this area, I noticed this body. So, there's been a crime here. Let's proceed to find out who did it. Hot chocolate to die for. Woman, Valérie Duclos, in her 40s, extremely well dressed in the old fashion of the monarchy, face contorted into a horrible expression, no indication of physical violence. So, there's no violence on the bodies, and since she has that expression, she may have been poisoned. Let's see if there is still trace of that person. This woman.
What are you doing here? This is a private tragedy.
Do you happen to be a witness of what happened here? Oh, so you are the victim's sister. Maybe I want to culprit.
If you must know, I am Amélie Monvoisin. This was my elder sister, Valérie Duclos. I refuse to believe that Georges poisoned her, even after what she said. Valérie and I were quite close, but I must say, she was simply dreadful the entire evening, drinking too much, insulting everyone. The worst was when she announced she planned to denounce Georges to the Committee of Public Safety.
Who happened to be that George? Whatever, I just find out by myself. What do we have here? Are those flowers? Plants? They are flowers. A maintained garden with various flowers. Foxgloves, belladonna, and others that are fatal when ingested. Wait, isn't the belladonna fatal as well? So, for now, my theory is that someone took a flower from here and put it in Valerie's wine. She drank it and she died. I don't think it might be. And who are you? Are you just a servant or that George guy? What about you, Ju? Who are you? Fine. We see water. But I think she was drinking wine. I know she was. What is this? It's the cup maybe where the poison was. Porcelain cup with Japanese style design appears to have held chocolate. So it was the poison was in the chocolate, not in the wine. So till now we know nothing. Well, we know that the victim was going to denounce a game named George, so he might have killed maybe someone else, a friend of George, maybe even her sister. Ooh, what do we have here? A ring. Woman's ring discarded in shrubbery. Upon close inspection, one pearl is revealed to be a removable stopper for a tiny hidden vial. The vial is empty save for a drop of a sticky, clear, odorless liquid. So it may be possible that it was inside this ring, the poison, and not from one of the flowers. So I found every clue. Still I have no idea who might have been. Let me see. But I really don't know. So dress nicely and expensively, identify victim at the ready club. Victim insulted everyone at the party, claims victim threatened George with public denunciation to the Committee of Public Safety. Tailoring. Where might have been that party? Let me inspect these houses nearby. Maybe there is some witness or something. What is that? It probably just be just a newspaper. Wait. Why is this thief not moving? Whatever.
Bougez, je fais du temps.
Yeah, the kitchen where the chocolate was made.
Right. Onwards. Or
And who are you? Just a maid. I don't think you are the one. Well,
Never liked her. Never. Even when her husband, rest his soul, was alive. He was a true gentleman, he was. Mr. George was his friend. Used to come by for meals and eat. Pity he'll be getting the chop. But
yeah,
madame,
cool guy.
spent her day lording it over poor Miss Amélie and yelling at Master Pierre. Who knows what Miss'll do now? Not having a penny to her name and not likely to find a husband at her age.
Might have been a suicide then, since she was not able to get another husband. She doesn't like her, but I don't think that's been her. Let me see. A mofa and a puzzle. A large stoneware personal mofa used for crushing air from the curtain. So, someone might have taken the flowers, then crunched them to make poison, then poisoned the victim. I will not call her the poor victim, because I don't think she might be described as poor. A large elderware jug, remains of a thick cocoa paste. Also, a jar contains finely milled cocoa powder along with empty milk jug and almond sugar. So, this is where the hot chocolate was made. In the drawing there is actually the mofa. And why is this stuff on the ground? So someone might have poisoned the chocolate, but I don't think it has been made. Why would she do that? Even if she ate it, that doesn't mean she won't ruin her own life just to end another one. Let's see what do we have here.
C'est une tradition dépassée, vieillotte. Pardon. Je ne dors pas de vous.
Maybe on the upper floor.
J'ai pris, monsieur. Hein?
Nope.
C'est...
Let me think. I still have no idea where to look. Maybe on the upper floor? Yeah. So let me see. A study. Anyone here? Ooh, two guys.
I'm so sorry, Pierre.
She was
One-
difficult, Georges, but she was my mother.
I promised your father I'd watch over your family. And look how I failed.
Yeah, you failed. Or you actually did what you intended to do. So one is Pierre and the other is George. The other one is Pierre. No. It's strange because this guy looks like the older one. So this is Pierre, the victim's son. And this is George. The guy who have been guillotined if Paris hadn't been killed. So yeah, he's the one who has more to gain from her death. But let me keep investigating for accusing anyone. So, a book, Paris Society. Notable events in... Come on! Stop with these pop-ups, which I hidden what I am trying to read. Volume 11. A page is marked detailing the poisonings of the previous century. It seems one Catherine de Lavoisin and her daughter. Alright, so someone studied how to poison someone. Possibly one of those guys there. Commonplace book. An old book bearing the name Lavoison on the inside cover. A market passage reads, I obtained this recipe from my close friend who in turn obtained it from a relation, whom is reputed to have received it from a certain Italian gentleman, proving its authenticity. It produces a liquid devoid of color, smell or taste that demonstrates the desired result within mere minutes. Many have solved the secret I am about to divulge. Guard it well. The passage continues with an involved process in which arsenic, belladonna leaves, and the lead powder are reduced to form a clear, odorless liquid. There are marginal notes made in several ends in faded ink. So, if I got this right, someone took flowers from the garden, then made the poison in the kitchen, then hid it within the ring, and then put it from the ring to the hot shop. But wait, why? Who using the ring? Since it was already in the kitchen, he could have just made poison, put it in the hot chocolate, and then waited for Valerie to drink it. But now, just came to me a theory. If I'm right, it tried to frame the maid by just putting the poison in the chocolate and then waiting for the maid to serve it. So it might be possible that it was actually Valerie who poisoned the chocolate and then accidentally drank it, and so died. But I cannot be sure of that. Wait, are these two separate? Yeah, the study and the dining room. So I cannot be sure if might even be Valerie herself. So first let me keep finding stuff here in the study, then I'll go back to the room. A crumbled letter found on the floor. It appears to be from a legal firm. My dear Mère Duclos, I myself was witness to the signing of your late husband's last will and testament only a few months before his death. He left his son to be married by his friend Gmilh Sengoza. So, she was trying to have George guillotined because this way she will be able to get all the money from herself. Maybe she realizes she couldn't be able to do that because maybe the guys there who kill people at the guillotine may not have condemned him. She decided to poison him. I'm just saying that because I mean someone hid the poison in a ring. A ring, at least by modern standards, are supposed to be worn only by females. So it doesn't make sense if George or someone else wore it. And by the way, I just have to ask them if they saw anyone wear a ring before Valerie died. I left the sum to be managed by that with the bulk of the estate to go to your son Pierre. So she got nothing. We discussed the matter over cognac, and it seemed most reasonable. Madame, I will thank you to not call into question my thoroughness and professionalism. Neither your husband nor Monsieur Velez and Gozak disclosed the document that you have brought to light. I prefer to think they were unaware of its existence. Regardless, the document appears to be genuine and gives you an indisputable claim to the assets. There is, however, one obstacle to your still desire to take immediate and direct control of the inheritance. The law dictates that women might not manage their own financial affairs. Therefore, Monsieur Georges Villas continues to hold complete authority over the entire fortune despite the fact that the assets are always belonging directly to you and never to your husband. So basically, the money are hers, but because of all this mambo jumbo, bureaucratic mambo jumbo, now George has everything. Well, I actually can see why she wanted him dead. As long as the Sengozak is active, your husband will dictate that he and not yourself stands as the one who controls the fortune. Please accept my most sincere regards and esteem, Maxime Chicofi. Yeah. Seriously, George, if I found out that you are the culprit, I will be really angry at you. Let me see the document. This probably is the one they were talking about in the other letter. The safe contains an ancient document that has been thrown loosely on the top of many others. My mother, through her business, amassed a considerable personal fortune before her death, which she left entirely to me, her eldest daughter, and not to her sister. So it may be possible that Amelie is actually the culprit, envious of not getting anything and that and stuff. To honor her, I declare a legacy to be passed to the eldest surviving female of my line born of the name Montvoisin. My wealth is held in trust, with the income benefiting my heir directly. As one heir dies, it passes to her eldest daughter, or if not, her eldest sister, or if none, her eldest female relation. Wait a second. She died without having any daughter. Therefore, it's her little sister which gets everything. In addition, the heir must take ownership of my mother's commonplace book and her collection of glass rings and necklaces. the judicious use of which is essential to the success of the enterprise. Indeed, what these items represent is more powerful than any wealth. I declare those to be my wishes upon my death. Marguerite Montboissier, Belle. Hmm. So this one was written by Valerie Mother. So now Valerie's sister might be a reason to have killed her elder sister to get the money and the ring and the common book where it's written how to kill with poison, but that the book belonged to Valerie. But since I know from the other letter that George actually owns it because of bureaucratic mumbo jumbo. This is getting really complicated and interesting in some way. Let me see what do we have here. A Japanese snuff box, and it is of property of George. So I guess George was sitting here when they were dining. This is where the hot chocolate is. Ornate silver pot on tray with 4 porcelain cups, each bearing a Japanese style design. One cup full of cold cocoa, other contains breads. So, since there was a fifth one, I guess there were 5 people dining here. George, Valerie's son, Valerie herself, and her sister. Oh wait, there's one missing. Might be the maid. I don't think they dined with the maid.
Right.
But let's keep looking. A letter to Pierre, Valerie's son. A note, apparently to Pierre from his mother, Valerie, left on a table. My son, I write to caution and admonish you as to your conduct. I appreciate that since the death of your father, you have enjoyed considerable financial freedom due to his foolishly generous bequest as regarding yourself, whilst I have to made do with a pittance. Your Aunt Amelie recently discovered a document that makes it quite clear that it is I that should have obtained control of my family's fortune upon the death of your father, despite the ludicrous claims of the executor, who squanders our money in his foolish business dealing in the Orient. So that's where the Japanese stuff comes from. You simply must quell your extravagances, especially in regard to the vulture-like woman you consort with. So it may be possible that there was another woman at his diner. You simply must quell your extravagance. Yeah, and in view of the fact that I will shortly obtain control of the entire inheritance. Whatever debts you have incurred will thereupon be yours and yours only. Don't delude yourself that Amelie will come to your rescue. Despite the fact that you have been foolishly generous to her, the money comes to me. She will have a small maintenance and can only continue to wear modest, worthless jewelry. She does not understand the value of money, and the rest of it, the better for her. So it was Amelie who had the ring. Yeah, I really think it was Amelie who killed. Wait, what? Who was the woman they were talking about? Let me read that, okay? You simply must wear the vulture like woman you consort with. There's no more mention of her. So I think now I should hear what you two have to say. First you, Pierre.
My mother was often difficult, and she was particularly nasty this evening. I suspect it had to do with a letter she received earlier in the day. In any case, she became angrier and angrier until she finally stormed out into the garden. I told Lucille to take her a calming cup of hot chocolate, but Aunt Amélie, fearing Lucille would upset Mother even further, took the cup away. Mother's always been unhappy that I inherited most of Father's wealth, and she often accused Lucille of wanting only my money. But that's all over now, isn't it? Lucille and I can marry at last.
Yeah, we'll see about that. So it was Amélie who took the cup to Valerie, and she was the one who had the ring.
Right.
I know from these letters that at first Valerie thought that since Amélie found the document, she would be able to take the fortune from Pierre here. But then she received another letter which made it clear that she will get nothing. But since this letter is crumbled here, Amélie had no idea. She only knew that by killing her sister she will get everything. Except that she was wrong. I think I already got who did it. But let's just speak with this other guy.
Yes, she threatened me. She made baseless threats at every dinner party. But she was getting angrier and angrier. So I repaired to the terrace with my brandy. On my way back down, I encountered Amélie. She sent me out to the garden to calm her sister with some hot chocolate.
So, to poison the chocolate may have been either Lucille, which is Pierre's girlfriend and the maid, may have been George, or it may have been Amélie. So, may have been a reason to do that. Lucille so she will be able to marry Pierre and get access to the family fortune. George so he would not have been denounced to the committee. And finally Amélie, because she thought she could get everything because she didn't get to read this letter. But since Amélie was the one with the ring, it surely must have been her poison to drink. Amélie, this will be destroyed, but what happened? Who are you?
If you
J'accuse!
must know, I am Amélie Mauvoisin. This was my elder sister. Damn you! Interfering where you're not wanted. Valerie didn't deserve that money. I did much more for the honor of the family. She was nothing but a vile, hectoring drunk.
Yeah, by the way, do you know that you won't get anything because you're a woman? Yeah! No, seriously, that's not a good thing. Stupid masculines. Let's look at the bright side. George won't die, and Pierre now is free to marry fiancé.
You. If I were you, I'd be careful what I drank.
I am an assassin. Usually, are others the people should be afraid when I am around to drink stuff. So,
I love a hot chocolate myself. I believe I'll have one now. Meanwhile, see if there's something you want.
maybe you should wait until, you know, The girl is executioner before drinking. But do as you think it is wiser. So let's take a look at my new weapon.
Some shady characters mixed up in this one, eh?
Yeah, sure. So let me take a look at my new weapon. It's another weapon, right? Nope. Oh, here it is. Yeah, the EV Eltet Sword.